So this game is made in 1992, and in the information section for the game, the creator of the game, the sole programmer of the game, says, yeah, so I only made 3 levels because I didn't feel like making any more. I had too many other things to do, besides my artwork is bad. But the game, 1, looks amazing, 2, the gameplay is really cool, there's all sorts of different background levels of parallax going on. It's absolutely incredible. Why were people in 1992 so much smarter? Alright, so let's just take a quick look at the game, then I'll show you some of the options for the game. Here we go. Now, I have to say that with the default settings, this game is pretty hard. I gotta come out of the gate firing here. Whoa! Okay, down. So this is where it gets really hard. Whoa, okay. So you can see, really cool game graphically for the time. I mean, all the parallax stuff going on. Woo! Really, really neat. Go. See if we can get past this guy. Okay. I think there's another one up here somewhere, maybe. Nope, it's down here. Whoop! Okay. I forget how many lives you get, but just gonna keep going until I die here. It should be in a second. I think there's one more life. So it's really, really cool. Oh, this isn't gonna happen. I'm dead. I don't think you can fire backwards. Here we go. So it must be... I think I'm out of lives. Yep, ship's 0. There we go. I see it up there now. Okay. Let's see how far I can get this time. There we go. Get down here, I think. Okay. I don't know where the next one is. You almost need to know where they're at in order to get past these things. Okay. So do I want to continue? No, let's go look at some of the options. Cool music, by the way, in this game. Now there are some options here, and what I really like is that it actually lets you change a lot about the game that changes the difficulty drastically. Basically all of the major things that you could change, you can control here from the options menu. So there's some detail. I'm just going to leave all of the details on. You can take those off and make it a little simpler looking. So there's an enemy fire rate, and you can change the level of the enemy fire rate, so you can make it less or more. Your own fire rate to make yourself fire faster or slower. The scroll speed to make the enemy's approach more slowly, or to make your progress through the level slower. Crash into walls, which is off. You saw me kind of go all the way down to the bottom. I wouldn't have been able to do that if crash into walls setting was on. And then crash into enemies is on by default, but you can actually turn that off, so you can go through enemies. You just get hit by their bullets to die rather than actually crashing into them. So I'm going to actually decrease the enemy fire rate, and I'm going to increase my fire rate, and I'm going to decrease the scroll rate and play this game again, and it's a totally different experience. So you can kind of increase or decrease these as you get better at the game. So I'll save those settings. Go. Alright, we'll go back and play the game, and we'll see how it looks now. So it's obviously if you're using DOS emulation like DOSBox, you can also increase or decrease the CPU speed, which affects the emulated CPU speed, which affects things a little bit more. But you can see now I'm scrolling much more slowly, so I can get kind of back and forth across the entire frame. And I didn't turn collisions on with objects, so you can see, whoa, I'm still gonna still died because I wasn't really paying attention there, but we should be able to get a little bit further this time, so you can see a little bit more of the level. Really love all the parallax going on here, the different movements between the backgrounds. Really, really cool. Ooh my. So my fire rate has actually slowed down. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's not quite working correctly. It might be the DOS simulation, it might be something with my CPU or memory settings, but okay. Well, still couldn't get past that. So it is a very difficult game. I could make it even easier. I could slow it down even more. I could make it so that you can't collide into enemies, although that hasn't been a problem so far. So I'm just going to give it one more shot here, and then, hey, you know, I try to show games that weren't played as much, maybe aren't as popular, so you can kind of see some really cool stuff if you're interested in that sort of thing, or in various other retro softwares or hardware. Got some really cool videos planned coming up for really unique stuff that you likely haven't seen before. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, you know, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I haven't asked anyone to subscribe in the last few videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you now. If you like stuff like this, you know, I got plenty to come, so here we go. Boom. Oh, and I'm done. Anyway, really cool game, cool music, cool graphics. Awesome that you have all this control. Really a unique game. I recommend checking it out. So Kaeon, I recommend using the DOS archive. I think it's the DOSarchive.com. That's a really cool website, and they have freeware or shareware, whatever the legal version is, they've got that available. So a lot of games that have been liberated by their original companies that created the games, those are available as full versions, and that's totally legal. Websites like Abandonware for DOS, those blur the legal lines. A lot of those games aren't actually legal for you to own, but the DOS archive pretty much gives you the freeware version or the shareware version, whatever was legal, and then they have the option to go to the creator's website and purchase anything if you want the full version that's not available. But a lot of games, DOS games, are actually now available in freeware in full. They're liberated, like Apogee has liberated almost their entire library. So that's a really cool website to go to. So anyway, like I said, if you like this video, subscribe, and I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video.